Hi everyone, welcome to Malaswas. Thank you so much for joining. Today, the topic that we are going to do is what are others noticing about your confidence, even if you do not? So, we have two piles to choose from, and before we get into the reading, take a few deep breaths and breathe out through your mouth. I'm going to ring the singing bowl. All right, so the first option we have is Six of Spirals, which is the Six of Wands. Pile number two, or the group number two, is Phoenix, Judgment. Take a few deep breaths, breathe out, center yourself even more if required, and let your awareness guide you to whichever pile you're drawn to. You are more than welcome to choose one or more piles. Pile one, if you chose Six of Spirals, this is going to be your reading. First, let's generally see what others are noticing about your confidence. We have the Healer with Page of Mirrors, which is the Page of Cups, and we have LP, the Star card. Wow, that's like doubling down on the healer or healing energy. So people are noticing how confident of a healer you are, or they're seeing your confidence and how your work is healing, or how your presence is healing to others, how your creativity is healing to others, which you may not, because this card Six of Spirals here is actually letting us know why you may not be noticing this confident side of yourself, because with the Six of Wands, what I'm receiving is you have a very different approach of what your confidence should look like, and it is actually, you this is more so like all your beliefs or intentions and ideas about what a confident person is more so like a rabbit hole at this point in time, and it is associated with a certain way of being recognized. No, so it's not the way you may feel you want to be recognized, it's a different way, and so you are in a spiral here, and you're not able to untie this knot in your mind or in your heart, where you're stuck as to not being able to receive recognition the way you want it, whereas people are noticing your strength, your victory here as a healer, and how healing your presence is. And it's interesting because we have Page of Cups and the Star, so by that I mean we have two healing energies, especially because the card here with the Page of Cups says healers, and both of these energies are one, with the Page of Cups being minor arcana. It's reflecting day to day life, it's your intricate life, everyday things. And with the Star card, it's reflecting an outward life, or an outwardly life, which is more external, more social. So in both ways your impact is very healing, and people can see the confidence you carry because of this healing capacity within you. And I specifically do feel that this needs to be said, that this is not just because you're born with it, it's more so because you've been honing this craft, this skill within you of being a healer through very mundane activities, or day to day activities, even with the Page of Cups. And of course, I'm getting a lot of creativity, healing through your creativity, your creative arts, be it in any way, shape, or form. See, we have eight of stones here. So, this is a skill, like I was mentioning, that you have mastered. And with the kind of imagery we have here, it does feel like it has been passed down to you, or it's very ancestral and earth based in nature. So let's explore the Six of Spirals more. Why is it that you are not able to see this confidence within yourself? We have King of Mirrors, which is, expanding on the cups energy here. And then we have Three of Spirals, so that is the Sojourner, and Three of Spirals is Three of Wands. I do perceive that you are an evolved soul, pile number one. So your expectations are a little too high from yourself, and by high I don't mean that they are unattainable, but your expectations are so high that you don't give yourself the leeway to experience the results of whatever efforts you've put in. You are probably more focused on how much more growth I can have now, how much more growth can I have now, which is great, but you're not seeing the growth you have had. You're not paying attention to the growth you have had. You may consider that as something not invaluable, that something that does not have a lot of value, or something which is very primitive and not does not have a lot of value to provide. But that's far from the truth, because we have the star card. People are looking up to you, pile number one, and you need to recognize how strongly you have grown through hardships, how you have maintained showing up even though things got bad or things got ugly. Because we also have the Nine of Scrolls, which is the Nine of Swords energy here. So you did show up, and you may be ignoring how much you have showed up for yourself or in general in life. Even though you had crippling anxiety, you did not have a good night's sleep, you had a lot of demons to fight. You may be thinking of them as really menial tasks or something that does not have a lot of value, but it does. That is the reason why you're not able to recognize how far you have come and how people actually recognize your worth, your confidence, rather. Let's see, how are others able to see this? How are others able to see your confidence? We have the Emperor and the Dreamer, Knight of Cups. So we just have the Queen of Cups remaining. We have all the court cards of the cups here, and we have Three of Stones. Hmm. It's interesting with the green man. It's very earthy energy with the Emperor card. Usually, the Emperor card is more, it's not, it is nurturing, and it's more self discipline based or self actualization. Here, also, that is true, but this seems more nurturing. People are able to see actually how nurturing you are, and at the same time how much of a charmer you are, and they are able to see this because they perceive the way you have actualized yourself is a very nurturing way. And I would say this is more so how nurturing you are towards others, how nurturing you are towards people around you. They are able to recognize this, and that's why they're able to see the confidence reflecting through your healing capacities. Because this is like a silent confidence, not a very obvious confidence or a confidence that you throw into people's face. It's very silent, it's very grounded, it's very calming, even, is what I'm receiving. And you people find it very charming. People are able to also recognize that with the Dreamer card. You are able to handle different areas of life or different situations in an effortless manner, or in a manner where they can trust you to change things, especially with the way you show up emotionally for others. That's why they're able to recognize this confidence that's arising within you, which you may not recognize. So let's see what you can do to actually recognize this confidence within yourself more. We'll have to check the cards for the imagery. Okay. Bottom of the deck is Five of Cups. Yeah, it's all right. So we have Strength, Nine of Cups, Ace of Cups, a lot of Cups energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. Pile number one, what you have to recognize is how you can be emotionally fulfilled through tough times too, because you have done this. You have, with the strength card here, my attention is going to the castle over here, or over this huge mountain or hill, which looks like a tough terrain. So even though there have been tough terrains, you've built your foundation on through those tough terrains, or tough landscape, sorry. And you're able to have emotional fulfillment or emotional balance even through those tough times, when, even when you are triggered, when, bad emotions come up, or not bad emotions, but emotions that are intense, and, not so easy for you to handle, or for an individual to handle. You are able to create space to recognize the emotion as well, and fulfill yourself, in the sense that you don't run away from the emotion. You are being in allowance of it, no matter how ugly it may seem, yet you replenish and refresh yourself, and you make a very strong effort to be present in the world with the Ace of Cups energy, which is not directing your emotions in an incorrect manner. With the Five of Cups, wow, we have Ace of Pentacles right beneath that, and Ten of Cups right beneath that, which is right out of the 10 of cups, oh sorry, 9 of cups, and 9 and 1 also adds up to a 10, right? So what I am perceiving is, maybe there is a resentment within you, or, you know a regret within you about what happened in the past, especially about certain promises that you may not have been able to fulfill. But what you're not recognizing is that life throws a curveball at us when we least expect it, and maybe even accept it. And with the strength card, you've shown resilience that you have not given yourself the credit for. That's how you can recognize this confidence within yourself, and how you've become a very powerful healer, just by healing yourself and by being yourself. Pile number one, that's all that I have for you. Thank you so much for joining. I hope that this was helpful in some way, shape, or form. Do share your thoughts in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if the reading resonated with you. I would like to take this opportunity to invite you over to my Substack, where I share occasional insights on self empowerment and self awareness, and sometimes even tarot insights. So, if that's something that resonates with you, please feel free to join my Substack, the link to which will be in the description box below. Thank you. Hello, Pile 2. If you chose the Phoenix card, this is going to be your reading. So let's see generally, what are people noticing about your confidence, even if you are not? We have Two of Stones and the Mime, which is Page of Spirals, which is interesting because the Page of Spirals is actually Page of Wands, and it's still representing a stone here, right? So it's not representing, the mime is standing on a stone. We have Five of Scrolls at the bottom of the deck. All right, pile number two. People are noticing how quick you are to jump from one place to another and manage a lot of things, even though you may not be very vocal about it. With the mime is what I'm receiving, but your actions speak for themselves, and that's where people are noticing your confidence. I'm also receiving that your confidence is being reflected through your spirituality or your spiritual beliefs quite strongly, in a way that they are passionate or fiery, but they are also very grounded, is what I'm receiving. So you have a strong combination of being very active, but also, quite grounded. So that combination is where your confidence is being reflected, because you are doing this so naturally that you may not recognize your own strengths here, your own how your confidence is being exuded, but people are certainly recognizing it. With the Judgment card, what I am receiving here is, maybe there is actually a judgment from your own side as to, am I juggling enough things? Am I doing enough things or not? Because I feel like with the Phoenix card and the variety in colors here, what I'm perceiving here is, you may be judging yourself as to are you capable enough? to juggle between different trends, different things, different ways of life, different ways of being, because you may see it as juggling between just one or two things. So you might be actually being harsh on yourself as to, am I not, because yeah, am I able to move through different fractals or divisions or ways of being of life smoothly or not? I feel like there's a strong judgment coming here, which is not helping you look at your own confidence the way it is arising or coming through from these activities which people are able to notice. So let's see, why are you not able to notice this? We have, wow, we have Green Man, the Emperor, and Five of Stones. What I am perceiving here is you may not have realized, pile number two, how long the amount of self actualization and self empowerment that has occurred in your life within yourself. And especially with the Emperor card being green energy or green man energy or earth energy, which is interesting because Emperor is the Aries zodiac. Excuse me. All right. So, as I was mentioning, Emperor is the Aries zodiac sign, or it represents the Aries zodiac sign, which is a fiery energy, but it is combined with what? Even, I mean, looking at the imagery here, it's very earthy, right? So, you may not recognize how much your passion is coming from Mother Earth, and if that is how is true for you, for some of you, but for others or majority, what I'm receiving is how much it is actually practical and grounded. You might be misconstruing or misunderstanding your own capacity, your own strengths as something that is delusional. Yeah. And so you may feel that you're not being practical enough or you're not grounded enough. There's an energy of not being enough or not doing enough that's hindering you from looking at the confidence that's been exuding from your own actions. More than words, this is actions. Now we are looking at why or how people are able to see this within you. We have Ace of Stones, again, very grounded earth energy. We have, oh wow, the Celtic or Celtic owl with Hanged Man, and Papa Legba. I am not too sure what he represents, and that's the Strength card here. I might read these two from the guidebook, especially the Strength card. Let's see. Basically, people are able to look at you as someone who has a lot of higher wisdom, and you let divine timing take place, and people appreciate this about you. They see this as a strength within you. So Papa Legba, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, if not, do correct me, whiles away his time on a stone wall in the middle of the 22 major arcana. He stands between you and destiny's pathway higher up on the ridge. Two candles, an unusual staff, and handy knapsack indicate he is a master of the mystical gateway between your subconscious mind and the other world. Summoned by drum beats of spiritual wakefulness, Papa navigates your Chrysalis exploration of the unseen world. So, this is the Chrysalis tarot. He reminds you that inner strength and self control are required to attain higher consciousness. The transforming energy of Papa Legba, depicted by the engraving on the rock walls, asks you to let go and surrender your ego to the guidance found in this reading. Like, that's what with the hangman too. You submit to the divine timing. Specifically, that's what I'm receiving. I'm going to read just this last bit from the Celtic owl or the Celtic owl. Only if you embrace the divine light can Celtic owl help you attain the harmony, peace, and transformation taught by all the great sages. Embrace divine light. Hmm. Like I said, so this is a very spiritual pile, and that's why, you may have a heightened sense of intuition, you may receive a lot of downloads, or you act a lot on your intuition, and you may doubt it. Is this practical? Am I listening to these things in a way that's conducive to my life here on planet Earth? Is it grounded enough or not? But others are able to see this, like you are able to use this is your inner strength to receive spiritual wisdom, to receive your intuition is your inner strength, which has actually helped you gather a lot in life. Or even if it's not materially, it's definitely helped you have a lot of inner calmness, a fortitude within you to move forward in life, a foundational and grounded energy within you, which you do not recognize here, pile number two, because you are judging yourself for the number of things you can or cannot do. Whereas you're doing just, even if it's a few things, you are doing it gracefully, you are doing it, I mean, quite magically so, because we did have the magician card show up. So let's see, what can you do to recognize the strengths within you, to recognize this confidence within you. I'm not taking that card. We have, let me just check the cards. Yeah, it's all right. So we have Seven of Wands, Ace of Wands, and Eight of Cups. It's interesting because in the last pile we got 8, 9, and 1. Here we have 7, 1, and 8. So, 8 minus 7, or 8 plus, 7 plus 1 is 8, and 8 plus 1, or 9 minus 1 is 8. So, that combination of predecessor and successor has showed up here too. I would like, so we have Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I would like a clarifier for the Seven of Wands, which is all right. I'm not, so I'll have to put a crystal on it. Just give me a moment. So this is the Judgment card again. Yeah. Instead of defending what you believe needs to be defended, because right now what you're defending is more so a thought process or a way of being that's limiting you, rather than actually helping you grow forward, because you've come a long way and you're standing at a higher position, and you need to listen to your calling, which is more creative and very spiritual also in nature. And this may include leaving behind, especially with the Eight of Cups, leaving behind what you thought worked for you, because it no longer is working for you. Even though the challenges or the terrain ahead looks tougher, the life path may look tougher, you have the grit, the determination, the strength, and inspiration required to move forward. So recognize that within yourself, recognize the willpower and the strength you have within yourself, because that's going to lead to emotional fulfillment. You need to recognize how determined you are, and that's going to come through more from not investing your energy in defensiveness or defending yourself, rather in embracing the gift of spirit within you, the gift of communication that you have with spirit within you, because there's a strong communication energy with the other side of the spiritual realm, and the other side did come up with the strengths card also. So, embrace that energy more within your life, receive more from that, rather than having your defenses up, thinking that this is the best you can do. Nope, you are progressing here, pile number two. And the next step may seem intimidating, may seem daunting, but you have the wherewithal, especially spiritually, you have a lot of strength to move forward into the next chapter of your life with confidence. And everything that you require for that is present for you. So the more you recognize this, the more you will be able to see the confidence that's coming through, exuding through you, and is palpable to others, but you may not be recognizing it, because you're doing a damn good job at grounding your spiritual wisdom into practical life, or into everyday life, your life on earth. So, pile number two, that's all that I have for you. Thank you so much for joining. I hope that this was helpful in some way, shape, or form. Do share your thoughts in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if the reading resonated with you. I would also like to take this opportunity to invite you over to my Substack where I share occasional insights on self empowerment, self trust, self awareness, and also tarot insights every now and then. This is something that resonates with you. The link to my Substack is in the description box below, and you're more than welcome to join me there. Thank you.